Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM Dumpster Fire. Today we're here to watch a igenius training. I'm a little bit late on this one. It's called How You Will Fail in 2024. So this was recorded and published in January by an igenius Hun. Her name is Megan Savage. I have covered and featured her plenty of times before. She is the one that tends to say that she was homeless before joining igenius. A source has told me that there is no proof that she was ever homeless. She used to live in shitty apartments, but haven't we all? So I don't know, that's just something that she likes to use, but she's gonna tell us how we're gonna fail in 2024. And I don't know if this is specifically about igenius and MLM or just in general, but I guess we'll find out. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support my channel. That's a nice free way to do that. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. And let's just get into this. It's not too long, thankfully. It's only like 15 minutes. So
hey guys, it's January 2024. It's the first month of the year and I hope it's going great for you. And something that I realize is around late December to early January, a lot of people like to talk a very big game about the things they're going to accomplish and what they're going to do in the year to come. It's sort of like those people that have never been to the gym before and they're like, hey, you know what, I'm going to have a fitness journey in 2024, and then they go for a week and then they never step foot in the gym again. So I'm going to go over the reasons why people are going to fail in 2024.
I have questions about this setup. Why is she just a floating head in the darkness? I don't know. Is it supposed to be aesthetically pleasing? I don't find it that way. I mean, who am I to talk about aesthetics?
One's different, and I'm not saying you're going to fail, but these are a couple reasons that I see people fail that I mentor in the entrepreneurship space. Most people quit right before success is about to happen. Usually when people are experiencing a lot of growth, they have what's called growing pains. Now, this is when you consistently step out of your comfort zone to the point where your brain is literally having an identity crisis. I have had many on my journey, from a broke server all the way up to, a digital entrepreneur for 2 years who has done over $250,000 in sales and has completely lived a different life. I've had at least
she didn't say she was homeless this time, which I feel like should probably mention that if it was the truth. That's just my opinion on that one. I mean, if I was homeless, I would probably mention it to people when talking about my success and where I am today. Also, digital entrepreneurship or whatever she called it. You're an MLM Hun. You're an independent contractor for igenius. I mean, it's creative at least.
5 identity crises, especially when I was dressing different, acting different, because it's not fake it till you make it, it's act as if. So while I was coming into the higher version of myself, I was experiencing a lot of discomfort. Your life truly begins outside of your comfort zone. I'm 26 years old and I still to this day don't think I even started living life till I was 23. But because we're not really taught at a young age to embrace those comfort pains, what happens when we fall down, we get a boo-boo. We run to mom and water to make it feel better, right? So we're not really taught to embrace that pain. Time and time again, I see people getting better, seeing some results, and they're getting scared of it because they don't recognize the person that they're turning into. And that's okay, but at the end of the day, it's your choice if you're going to continue along this path and achieve the end goal, or if you're going to quit because the growing pains are just too much. We'll tell you one.
Okay, but how do you see people getting success? Like, how would you identify success in an MLM? Is it when you sell the membership in igenius to someone? Is it when you recruit someone new and you grow your team? Because you can do that. You can recruit someone from time to time. You get a new person and you see some kind of success. But overall, you're still not profiting from the MLM biz. So I think you have to look at the bigger picture. It's okay to celebrate and have small victories, but if you step back and take a look at the bigger picture and you're still not profiting, you're in this business because you want profit or you need income, you need extra income, and you're not getting that from the business, then of course you're gonna stop doing it. Like, why would you keep wasting your time on something that's not giving you anything in return?
Every single time I go through a really bad point in my life and I go to a lower low, I actually get this sense of comfort now, because I do know once you reach a lower point, there's always going to be a higher one later. You just have to ride out the storm. Here's one of the biggest ones that I see is most people are even too scared to start. This is a huge reason why they'll fail. Especially with something new, change is scary. So it's very easy to fall into the trap of, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it when I'm ready. The thing is, guys, tomorrow was never promised. Like, who told you that you're going to live next week? I deal with multiple streams of incomes.
My camera is apparently struggling with this background. It's hard to stay focused on my face, especially when I drink water. Sorry.
So some of my income comes from investing and trading. And I actually have this line, I posted it on my threads. I'll read it to you guys. Everyone is scared of losing money when it comes to investing, but the only guaranteed investment that doesn't work is never investing at all. The same thing with risk. You're supposed to take calculated risks. Do not fall in the trap that you will do it tomorrow, because I promise you there will always be a reason, whether it's a person, whether it's financial problems, whether something happens in your personal life, there will always be a reason for you to postpone what you're supposed to do. That is the universe testing you to even see if you deserve the opportunity. Speaking of opportunity, this is a big one, okay? A lot of people are not searching for opportunity. You will find what you look for. So you might have heard this theory before. It's called the red car theory. If I were to ask you how many red cars you saw driving from your home to your work this morning, you probably wouldn't be able to tell me. If I told you I'd give you $100 for every red car that you spotted, I guarantee you that you would be actively looking for the red cars on your drive home. That is the exact same thing with opportunity. You need to be actively looking for them.
Well, I don't understand that. If you ask someone how many red cars did you see on your way to work, that's past and you weren't paying attention. But then if you promise me a prize, I'm not gonna magically remember, then I would have to count them the next day when I'm going to work or when I'm going home from work. Maybe I'm being dumb, but I don't see the relevance there. It's not the same thing. Even if you didn't offer me money, if you asked me how many red cars did you see, I'd probably count them the next day anyway, just for the fun. If you can enlighten me in the comments if I'm missing the point there, but of course you're gonna do that for money if someone offers you money.
The world is full of abundance, so full of opportunity. They're literally all around you. Problem is most people think opportunity nowadays is a scam. Which I get it. Listen, I was one of those people. Until you leave that mindset, you're gonna stay in the exact same situation that you already are. Number 4. People are prioritizing everything under the sun except the things that actually produce them results. I'll give you a more personal example. I am a digital entrepreneur.
You're an MLM hun, you're an independent contractor for igenius also. People don't think that every opportunity is a scam. People think that when you cold message them being like, you'd be so great at this business, I earn so much money, do you want to join my team? They think that's a scam because it sounds scammy. It is scammy. If they take a look at the business model for an MLM, or you see the 99% of people, according to the FTC, never make any profit in this business, of course they're gonna think it's a scam. They see that you have to recruit people, you have to always be trying to recruit more people because the more you recruit, the more money you get. That is scammy. That's very much like a pyramid scheme in my opinion. So of course people are gonna think it's a scam. People can think logically. Well, most people can do their research, think about it, and then determine if they think it's a scam or not. You're not just gonna think something is a scam out of nowhere. There's something somewhere that alerted you and you're like, oh, it's not just that people think it's a scam for no reason. And also, please stop calling yourself a digital entrepreneur. You're an independent contractor for igenius.
I work from home. I have a sales-based business as one of my other streams of income. Obviously, there is a lot that goes into it. I have to create content and make schedules, and I have another side thing where I mentor people, and maybe I need to do my own personal stuff. But if I'm not actively talking to people and selling the product, I'm obviously not going to get money. It's literally with everything. Let's say you're a lash tech. There's obviously a lot that goes into that too. You have to make content, get clients, so on and so forth. But if you're not
oh my god, there's a bird trying to get in through my window. I'm gonna show you guys the video of this little birdie. She's pecking at the window. Why are you pecking at the window? Do you want to come in? Do you want to come in? Yellow. Hi, neighbor. Hi, neighbor. Well, that was cute. She's still there. Cute, but like, don't pick up my window, please. Anywho, let's keep listening to Megan.
Actively, doing the lash set and pursuing new clients to come in and get business from you, you're not going to be making money. This doesn't just go with money. This can go with fitness goals. This can go with other personal goals. But at the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, what are the goals do I want to accomplish? Am I doing the activities that are pushing me towards that goal, or am I wasting my time? Listen, talk is so cheap. I have worked with hundreds of people, and I've had people tell me that they're willing to do anything to become a millionaire or to retire their mom or to travel the world and whatnot, but at the end of the day they actually end up prioritizing what other people think of them, their sisters, cousins, boyfriends, teacher thinks of them, rather than the life that they're actually going to live and their future. People are not making sure that
if someone disagrees with you wanting to join an MLM, I wouldn't say that that's their opinion of like what are they gonna think about you if you join an MLM. I think if it's someone close to you, then they might have concerns and they are not gonna support you because they think it's a scam and they think it's not a good business opportunity for you. I don't think that's necessarily, I mean, I get it, like, oh, what are people gonna think about me if I join this MLM and start talking about the business on my social media, things like that. But like if someone's not supportive, then in that case I think it's not like their opinion on you, it's their opinion on the business, and they care for you, so they don't want to see you get scammed, in my opinion.
Their decisions is actually lining up with who they want to become and what they want to do. Number 5, stick to the main thing. There's other people that see way too many opportunities, which is great. Obviously, you're not like the other person who thinks opportunity is all a scam, everything's too good to be true, but with anything, there is a spectrum. I've worked with people that are looking to do literally everything under the sun, from real estate, copywriting, MRR, literally everything under the sun. And I love the quote, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but often better than a master of one. I love it. And I'm not saying to not try new things, to diversify. What I am saying is make the main thing until you're in a position to expand. When you compare yourself to other people around you, especially in entrepreneurship, it's very, very easy to go off track. You should be focusing on step 1 and step 2 because you're new, while these other people are already on step 30. If you compare yourself to their step 30, you are never going to feel accomplished and you're always going to be focused on the wrong thing. The point of life is learning. If you stop learning, you're not living. But the point of learning is to master. What does mastering something mean? It's doing something so much and so good that it becomes effortless. When it becomes effortless to run a multi-million-dollar organization from your phone with one of the many things that you were doing, then maybe you can expand into real estate. That being said, number 6, people do not know how money works, and that's not your fault. We were not taught this at a young age, but there is the information out there and it's important to prioritize it. For example, like I said, I have multiple streams of income and some of those streams are passive. And when I told my friends about this, they didn't even know what passive income was. That's a problem. Most people, even in their 20s, don't understand how credit cards work, how mortgages work, how to budget properly. The other day, I was actually watching the Jeffrey Epstein documentaries. The thing I was seeing, unfortunately, in those poor victims is they all had a common trait, a lack of money, and they felt that their position, their life would not be better at any point in time. Through that, Jeffrey was able to manipulate these women, and it was a horrible, horrible situation. And unfortunately, there's a lot of different situations like this happening today. I've had people tell—
Wait, are you serious? You're using something like that to convince or scare people, to convince them that MLM is the way to go? I mean, vulnerable people fall for MLMs. And of course, it's not even like, I don't understand. Why did she have to mention something like that in a video like this? I feel like that's a bizarre example. But when she mentioned it, okay, let's take a look at the MLM. People are vulnerable, they need income, their confidence is low, but they want to do something, they want to earn some kind of money because they need money, they're desperate, they're vulnerable, and they get dragged into an MLM, which is a business model where the majority of people never make any profit. They never profit. It's a product-based pyramid scheme, in my opinion. They get dragged into it and they get scammed out of money. Sometimes they go into debt, they keep spending money on products, they try to work the business, but statistically, they have very low chances, like 1% or less, to ever being successful in an MLM. You're still a victim in an MLM, in my opinion. Just the fact that she used that to try and get people to join igenius it's bizarre.
Tell me, oh my gosh, see, money's the root of all evil because Jeffrey was able to use that money to manipulate these people, and that's not the case. Money did not, coerce him or turn him into a bad person. Money amplifies who you are. It's the lack of money that is the root of all evil. Doing that, wouldn't you want to have more money, know how to make it work for you, and better yet, know how it works?
I'm confused. Jeffrey had all the money and he was a monster, and money amplified that he was a monster. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. money allowed him to do what he did. There's a lot of people like Jeffrey. There was a lot of people. There still is, unfortunately, a lot of people like Jeffrey who are not rich and they still do horrible stuff to other people. Again, I don't like this example, but on the other hand, like the lack of money is the root of all evil. Then how do you explain Jeffrey who had money? Are we saying that poor people are horrible people? Is that... I'm not picking up what she's putting down. I don't know if you guys are, but what? Why? Why are we talking about Jeffrey?
And how to keep it. 7, fear of failure. This is a very, very common fear. A lot of people don't start stuff because they're worried about, well, what if I fail? What if I lose the money that I invest? What if I waste the time that I had? Like, that's a very, very common fear. I also see just as much as fear of success. For example, another thing that I do is I help people monetize their social media and actually gain an income through it. I've had people in the beginning tell me, Megan, I want this so bad. I want to leave my job. I will do whatever it takes. Like, just tell me what to do. I'm coachable. I'm willing. I'm like, perfect. So I give them instruction. They follow it and they start to see results. Some of them quite quickly. I'm all happy. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Let me show you the next step. I then find out that they completely reverted back to their old behavior. What I said in the beginning, they had growing pains, and instead of pushing through, they got scared and retreated. That video that just exploded that gave them tons of clients.
I mean, I have to comment on the editing as well. The amount of words that she chopped is distracting. It's distracting. Maybe it's just me. It doesn't seem very professional when you didn't put in enough effort into editing your video so that your words are whole, is what I'm trying to say.
They took it down. That's one of the many examples. Now, I've also taught people how they can public speak on international stages. I've had people tell me that that's their dream. I coach them and teach them, and then we finally get to the stage, and all of a sudden they run away. Even though they've been successful up to that point. Honestly, as a mentor, that one hurts the most, because when you are a mentor and you see someone with a lot of potential and you see the next version of themselves, the higher version, the 2.0 version, and they don't see it, self-sabotaging, that is the worst feeling. This is a big one, number 8, and this is not developing your mindset. If you've been on my YouTube, if you've been on my social media, I talk about this a lot. I preach about personal development. I preach about mindset, developing yourself in multiple ways. Guys, your mindset is literally so important. 2 people can go through the exact same situation, but have different outcomes in life strictly because of their mindset. Let me tell you the hero theory. So both a hero and a villain go through trauma in their life, but the difference between the two is their mindset. That villain goes through trauma and says, you know what, I've been put through pain and I'm going to make sure everyone else feels this pain. While a hero says, I've been put through trauma and I've been put through pain and I'm going to make sure that no one else experiences this. You need to decide if you're going to be the hero or the villain. Here's the thing, no one is going to come save you, and I know you've heard this before, but it's true. It's very easy to get comfortable in chaos. Another form of self-sabotaging. Trust me, the moment you start developing your mindset is the moment you will get out of this chaos. Many people have the victim mindset because they went through trauma or because they maybe weren't dealt the best hand in life, that they think that they were owed something. Trust me, maybe one day I'll tell my story, but guys, nothing is owed to you. You can either look at the trauma and the pain and the hand you were dealt as a bad thing and think, oh, you know what, I deserve this isn't fair. Or you can look at it as a good thing and go, you know what, I'm so glad that this happened to me because now I have the skills and the mindset to be strong and accomplish more. I mentored hundreds of people internationally, so all of them come from...
Okay, as someone who has gone through a big trauma when I was 19, I was in a mentally and physically abusive relationship. I wouldn't say it was a relationship, we were dating, but it was really sick and disturbing and horrible and traumatic. And I still have not completely healed from it. I still have trauma and fear that came out of this traumatic thing that happened to me. I would never ever, I do realize, I do understand that some things that I've gone through in the past made me who I am today. It all made me who I am today. And I do like who I am today. But would I ever go as far to say that I'm grateful that this psycho person came into my life and traumatized me probably for life, that I needed years and years of therapy? Would I ever say that I'm grateful for that? Hell fucking no. I don't understand. You can appreciate I guess that you grew from it and you can be proud that you grew from it. But first of all, not all people do. Not all people recover after trauma. And then to say like this, like generically like this, trauma can be a lot of different things. Oh my God, I'm triggered. Oh, fuck me, I'm triggered. Maybe there are some people, if you want to talk about it and if you feel comfortable talking about it, if you feel that way, you can share your comments down below. If not, don't. It's fine. I don't understand it. I don't share this opinion. I don't share this belief that we should be grateful for the horrible things that happen to us. What are we talking about? Like first Jeffrey and now more trauma, all in an MLM video. I don't understand. What are we doing here, Megan?
From different backgrounds, have different come up stories. Some people achieve their goals faster than others, and that's just super normal. I'll go through different paths. And I was telling this to someone on my team, so let me tell you a story. Let's say there are two people that start their business at the exact same time. One person hits 6 figures in 3 months, while the other person hits 6 figures in 3 years. Most people want to be the person who hits 6 figures in 3 months. The thing is if their business crumbled down to nothing, the person who took 3 years to actually figure it out will be the one better off, because now they know how to rebuild their business even more stable long term, because they had to go through the trials and tribulations a lot longer and figure out more problems. Your life path is specific to you. So look at everything as not as a failure, but as a lesson. Keep failing forward. At the end of the day, everything comes down to what you prioritize and your mindset, so how you view life. If you haven't already, I encourage you to plan out your year so you can visually see it, as well as plan out your quarters. For goal setting, it's very, very important to include big things you want to accomplish, so longer term goals, as well as smaller things, so shorter term goals. A common mistake I see people do is they get very laser focused on one thing. So let's say they want to accomplish something big in their business. So that's the first thing they write down. But the problem is they don't put anything else down. They forget that they have health goals, that they have relationship goals, that they have family goals. So make sure you write literally everything down, super specific in all aspects of life. Maybe this is the year you want to get that Rolex. Maybe this is the year that you want to lose 150 pounds. Maybe this is the year that you want to travel to Greece. Write it all down and do not limit yourself. If you could have anything that you want with no limits, what would you put down? Now that you have your goals, big and small, you're going to again break your years into quarters. To write a time frame down beside each goal on how long I would like it to take. And I like to be realistic, but I always like to push myself.
I'm sorry, like I'm still hung up on the Jeffrey and the trauma and victim mentality thing that I can't even listen to what she's saying at this point. Like, from all those really horrible topics, really heavy topics, she just went on to like planning your goals and stuff as if it's nothing.
Parkinson's law is the idea that work takes as long as the time that you were given to finish it. Think it's going to take an hour to make your bed, it will take an hour. And if you give yourself 5 minutes to make your bed, it'll take 5 minutes. Keep that in mind when you're putting your timelines beside your goals.
That's not applicable to an MLM. What are you talking about? The majority of people fail and they never see any success. And if they decide or set a goal for themselves that they're gonna be successful within 5 months in this MLM, it's not gonna take them 5 months. If they don't have a big social media following and if they didn't join the MLM early enough, they're not gonna be successful within those 5 months. It doesn't matter if they set a goal for themselves or no. So it's not that simple, Megan. If it was, everybody would be super successful and rich and everything would be fine and dandy.
Make sure to have rewards also with your goals. Every time you accomplish something, make sure you celebrate. It's a little goal you accomplish, maybe take yourself out to a steak dinner. It's a bigger one, take yourself out to the spa. It's one of your massive goals, maybe go buy that Rolex. Make sure that you're actually celebrating your successes. Having a reward set in place also will keep you on track because it makes it more fun and you have something to look forward to. The last thing I will go over is the type of mindset you will have while goal setting. This also goes into how you handle life situations and just your life in general. There are 3 different types of people. One, there's the pessimist. So the pessimist is a person who sees the glass half empty. They're very, very negative. Those are the people that when you tell them your goals, they're like, are you sure you can accomplish that? That seems very big. You said you were going to lose 100 pounds and they said they probably could only lose 10. Those are the people that almost want to fail because then they can say that they were right. You do not want to be this person and you do not want this person in your circle. They'll not be going very far in life. Second is the realist. I feel like most people identify with this one. The realist is the person who sees the cup as a cup with water in it. This is the person that says when you want to run a marathon that you've never done before in like 4 months, they say it might take you 5 or 6. They're not like the pessimist that says you can't do it. They usually accomplish their goals. If I'm being honest, they never really accomplish massive or great things because they see the cap. Third is the optimist. This is the person that sees the glass as half full. This is the person that says, hey, I'm going to become a millionaire in my first year of entrepreneurship. This is the person that says, I'm going to own private jets. I'm going to speak on massive stages. I'm going to do amazing things. This person is often a visionary. Good energy. Honestly, my favorite type of people. These are the type of people that even though you're...
I'm sorry, I'm showing signs that she's irritating me, but she irritates me. There's some people in the comments that always say whenever we watch Megan's videos that she seems like a nice girl and blah blah. And that's fair enough if you're the person that wrote that, but Megan just irritates me a little bit, especially now that she mentioned all the traumatic heavy topics, and now she's talking about optimists, about pessimists, and how the shade that she did, they're never gonna make it far in life. What do you mean? Like, what to define they're not gonna get far in life? Because I bet for an MLM hun like herself, not getting far in life would probably mean, oh, you work a 9 to 5, that's all? Is that all? You're not super rich? Megan here is not super rich either. Does she mean pessimists when it comes to MLMs? Like, if you say you're gonna join an MLM and someone tells you, I don't think you're gonna get far with that, they're not a pessimist. They're being realistic. They're being realistic because they probably know the statistics. It probably sounds like a pyramid scheme to them, and they're like, yeah, you're not gonna make it far, because they might know. They might not be a pessimist. They might just know the facts. So generic, so vague. I don't know who is gonna watch this and find it useful.
Ambitious, they make you relook at your goals because you think they're too small. They help you dream bigger faster. These are the people.
Also, being an optimist, and what she said here, I wouldn't say that that's an optimist. I would say that that's Delulu, like probably Delulu. Like, how many people can dream about private jets and shit and actually make it come true within a year in an MLM? That's not being optimistic. That's you being delusional, in my opinion. The Lulu is the Salulu.
People that accomplish great things. Why? Pessimists are making goals this big, while the realist is making goals this big, and the visionary is making goals this big. Do you think that they're always going to accomplish this goal? No. The thing is they don't see a cap. So while the realist will accomplish their goals at this height, a visionary will actually accomplish this much. Not this much, but they'll accomplish this much because they stretch themselves and they push themselves and they believe that they could do it. Do you believe you can or you can't? You're correct. I want you to have everything that I talked about today in mind when creating your goals for 2024. Understand, even if you are a realist or a pessimist, you can change that. The beautiful part about life is it's yours and nothing's definite. Go do your vision boards, go plan your year, crush it, because whatever you're not changing in your life, you're choosing. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions or topics you want me to discuss on my next videos, in the comments. And remember, we're savage, not average.
Okay, I like what she did. We're savage, not average, because her last name is Savage. Oh, God. Okay, that's funny. But yeah, that was a lot of BS. I mean, Megan. There's that. That's gonna be it for today. She managed to irritate me once again, but let me know down below what you thought about this. If I forgot to comment on something, please do let me know down below, because after like Jeffrey and the trauma and victim mentality, I kind of just was too pissed off. I did hear half of the stuff she said after that, but yeah, let me know down below what you thought about this. I hope you enjoyed, I guess. I hope you weren't too triggered. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. That's a nice way to support my channel if you would like, and as always, big shout out to my channel members. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.